today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Dak Prescott and the Washington Commanders taking on Justin Fields and the Philadelphia Eagles.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 10 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Fields. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. Now Fields. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And
in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Prescott looks to throw on first. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Fields. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles at 5-3 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on second down. Fields, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second.
It's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's out wide here for Robinson. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Prescott off play action. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Prescott down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Conklin, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Fields. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On play action, Fields. Field after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free. Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming? And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it? A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt. An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. Open man here is Conklin. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Here's Prescott. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Prescott yet again. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage. From the 36, Prescott throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll throw again. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So a very long drive, play after play, gets them down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. Throw left side, complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fields on 1st down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the 16, Fields. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To the air again, Fields. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are back within a score.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their...
Oh, Prescott stripped. But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Robinson. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fields' throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets, and they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 8. A big play there for Philly. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Prescott now from the 50. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Prescott. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. Sanders looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass. And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Miles Sanders, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
First down, Prescott.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy.
Off the play fake, Prescott. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson up the middle.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled it. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play action. It's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. They find some open field here.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 42-yard line. Another run with Sanders. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Gay's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the draw, here's Mitchell.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, it's Fields.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by a field goal. 2:25 remaining. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And he finds McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw, Prescott looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have taken a fourth quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. All eyes on Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Fields.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball.
Tonight, from
the kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with McCannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding again.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Cowboys had 10-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home, but sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Second and 3. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front. And
2nd and 6. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Washington ready to try again on offense.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Nothing after one on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
What were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
This is caught. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. He'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Gay's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Screenplay, McKinnon. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now back to throw.
Got a man at Schwartz, complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, he shifts past him. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. Calvin Ridley, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the air with over 400 passing yards there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They'll set up a throw.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Michael Gallup, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. And Davis with it left side.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Out quickly to Judy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down, McKinnon.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw.
That's Gallup on the slant.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's
38-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
This will be complete to Mechie.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try again.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Calais Campbell bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.